Greetings, beautiful beings. Welcome back to Shelter in the Storm with A Course in Miracles lesson number 58. Excuse me, tickle. We're doing text reading. We're still in chapter 4 and we're still moving through part 3, Love Without Conflict. I'll just continue reading from where we left off yesterday. You who identify with your ego cannot believe God loves you. You do not love what you made, and what you made does not love you. Being made out of the denial of the Father, the ego has no allegiance to its maker. You cannot conceive of the real relationship that exists between God and His creations, because of your hatred for the self you made. You project onto the ego the decision to separate, and this conflicts with the love you feel for the ego because you made it. No love in this world is without this ambivalence, and since no ego has experienced love without ambivalence, the concept is beyond its understanding. Love will enter immediately into any mind that truly wants it, but it must want it truly. This means that it wants it without ambivalence, and this kind of wanting is wholly without the ego's drive to get. There is a kind of experience so different from anything the ego can offer that you will never want to cover or hide it again. It is necessary to repeat that your belief in darkness and hiding is why the light cannot enter. The Bible gives many references to the immeasurable gifts which are for you, but for which you must ask. This is not a condition as the ego sets conditions. It is the glorious condition of what you are. No force except your own will is strong enough or worthy enough to guide you. In this you are as free as God, and must remain so forever. Let us ask the Father in my name to keep you mindful of His love for you and yours for Him. He has never failed to answer this request, because it asks only for what He has already willed. Those who call truly are always answered. Thou shalt have no other gods before Him, because there are none. It has never really entered your mind to give up every idea you ever had that opposes knowledge. You retain thousands of little scraps of fear that prevent the Holy One from entering. Light cannot penetrate through the walls you made to block it, and it is forever unwilling to destroy what you have made. No one can see through a wall, but I can step around it. Watch your mind for the scraps of fear, or you will be unable to ask me to do so. I can help you only as our Father created us. I will love you and honor you and maintain complete respect for what you have made, but I will not uphold it unless it is true. I will never forsake you any more than God will, but I must wait as long as you choose to forsake yourself. Because I wait in love and not in impatience, you will surely ask me truly. I will come in response to a single, unequivocal call. Let's go on with lesson number 58. and we're still reviewing today still. So the ideas for today's review are lesson 36 through to 40. Lesson 36. My holiness envelops everything I see. From my holiness does the perception of the real world come. Having forgiven, I no longer see myself as guilty. I can accept the innocence that is the truth about me. Seen through understanding eyes, the holiness of the world is all I see. For I can picture only the thoughts I hold about myself. Number 37. My holiness blesses the world. The perception of my holiness does not bless me alone. Everyone and everything I see in its light shares in the joy it brings to me. There is nothing that is apart from this joy, because there is nothing that does not share my holiness. As I recognize my holiness, so does the holiness of the world shine forth for everyone to see. Number 38. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. My holiness is unlimited in its power to heal, because it is unlimited in its power to save. What is there to be saved from except illusions? And what are all illusions except false ideas about myself? My holiness undoes them all by asserting the truth about me. In the presence of my holiness, which I share with God Himself, all idols vanish. Number 39. My holiness is my salvation. Since my holiness saves me from all guilt, recognizing my holiness is recognizing my salvation. It is also recognizing the salvation of the world. Once I have accepted my holiness, nothing can make me afraid. And because I am unafraid, everyone must share in my understanding, which is the gift of God to me and to the world. Number 40. I am blessed as a son of God. Herein lies my claim to all good and only good. I am blessed as a son of God. All good things are mine, because God intended them for me. I cannot suffer any loss or deprivation or pain because of who I am. My Father supports me, protects me, and directs me in all things. His care for me is infinite and is with me forever. I am eternally blessed as His son. That's lesson 58. Let us go on with Jesus' commentary. Lesson 58, Review 1, Part 8. You are blessed beings, indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. These reviews can annoy some of you sometimes, because they are less structured than the other lessons. It is important for you to witness that annoyance and understand that it comes from doing something differently. We want to address the idea of routines because of the contradiction and paradox in routines. You are, of course. setting up a new routine when you prepare your mind to view the day in a particular way. You could also consider this discipline. We want you to understand the reparation happening here. A reintegration and healing in the sense that the way you have handled your mind on a daily basis is incorrect and has caused damage. This discipline, this routine, gets you back into a place where you can actually be free. It's very much like when you have become lazy and gained weight. You must go through a period of deprivation of freedom, a period of discipline, to get back into balance. In that process of reparation and healing, you intentionally undo things you have miscreated. That is what you do here. Once you have retrained your mind to align itself with love, you view your mind as holy and see forces at play that are not Newtonian in the sense of simple cause and effect, but can influence events, people, places, and things in a seemingly miraculous way. Once you have trained your mind to experience that, relaxation and going with the flow becomes a much bigger part of your practice. For now, however, it is not. For now, we ask you to keep to the routines. If we change them, it's for a good reason. We do not go into deep explanations of why we do everything we do, but it is for your greater good. Relating to routines in your daily life, apart from your practice of A Course in Miracles, we want you to challenge them. If you always eat the same thing for breakfast, change it up a little bit and find 2 or 3 things you like to eat for breakfast. If you always get up at a certain time and you're rushed, get up a half hour earlier. If you always go to the same place for breakfast or coffee in the morning, change it up. Go to a different coffee shop. Use your left hand to brush your teeth if you're right-handed. Change your hairstyle a little bit if you're stuck in a rut for many years. Do these things not to confuse yourself, but to challenge the belief systems that are unconsciously operating in your day. If you never challenge a belief system, it operates invisibly. When you change things a little bit, you hear in your mind the reason you do it that way. You hear the limiting voice say, "Oh, don't go that way. We will get in trouble. We will get less quality goods. We will be late." You want to hear that voice and know, there is a belief behind my actions. By changing my routine, I am revealing to myself that I am driven by beliefs. Perhaps you will hear a voice that says, "Don't go there. Remember that lady we saw in that store? We don't like her. Don't go to that store." Then you'll think, "My goodness me, I am avoiding a place because I had a negative encounter there with the person one day many years ago. I think it's time that I address that issue in my mind. I am that one you know as Jesus." Enjoy challenging your routines. Give yourself some excitement. We will see you again tomorrow. Much love, dearest ones.